It's Tim,
Hey, it's David.
and we're Worth It Fridays.
What the nani?
Back at it again for Tom Holland. Let's go, boy.
A few moments later.
Welcome to another episode of Worth It Fridays. Woo! Where today we are covering Uncharted 2. Among Thieves. Actually, it's just Among Thieves, but Uncharted 2. Yeah.
That's right, Uncharted 2.
We know that there is a Nathan Drake collection that covers the first 3 games, but we feel that, well, David feels, because this is his review, that these 2 games are different enough that they should have their own reviews.
This time.
I see.
Until then, he can't know about us.
He's gonna be pissed.
He's gonna be fine. Trust me.
To do a summary of Uncharted 2, it is an action-adventure game developed by Naughty Dog and published by Sony Entertainment. It was released in 2009, in October, and of course, the sequel to Uncharted Drake's Fortune. Set 2 years after the events of Drake's Fortune, Among Thieves follows Nathan Drake and Chloe Fraser as they search for the entrance to the lost city of Shambhala. That's probably what it is. And the fabled Sintamani Stone in a race against Serbian war criminal Zoran Lazarevic, if that's how you say it, and his army of mercenaries.
Yeah.
The game offers similar things to Uncharted Drake's Fortune, which, if you guys haven't seen yet, we'll put it up here. But otherwise, it's platforming, third-person shooter elements, treasures, speedruns, epic, dramatic action story, as we love in Drake 1. This review will be based on the platform PlayStation 4 and in the Nathan Drake's collection. And again, multiplayer was not replayed during this review. What are your thoughts of the continuation of Drake?
Okay, so Naughty Dog did a very well done job again, because I'm like, how are they going to make another interesting, unique story compared to Drake's Fortune? And yet again, Naughty Dog did not disappoint me. They also added another amazing action story base where it's just full of, like, again, even more action-packed in the first game, even more explosion, and even more drama and surprises. So I don't know how Naughty Dog did it, but they did it, so well done to them. And again, the story in Uncharted 2 is still unique. It's still original compared to the other Explorer stories. So again, Uncharted added more new characters in the game where, it makes it really interesting how these new characters interplay with the storyline. And the fun fact about Uncharted 2 is they added Easter eggs from the first game, and as well as also other Naughty Dog games. So, like, for example, like if you watch the first review, I realized that one of the swimsuit that Nathan Drake and Elena Fisher was wearing was there was a if you remember Jack and Dexter, the little raccoon guy or little fairy guy, yeah, there was a logo of him on their swimsuit, and it was super low key. But I realized that, like, oh, they added Easter game, and they did many more in Uncharted 2. So I'll let you guys find that out. But the fun part about it is they didn't really spoil too much. For example, if you haven't really played the first game, because they kind of mentioned a little bit, but it's not like I need to know right away. Because if you look at Nathan Drake's journal, they did mention some of the past games, so it's kind of like a nice recap of what happened. So I thought that was really nice and really give the player some, like, nice, good feel, saying, yeah, I remember that. That was another good game or another good story. So they did really well in that. So as well as for the characters development in this game, did a really well done job. They created this evil guy. It's an interesting, unique name, Zoran Lazarevic. Again, bald guy. Super evil, scar on his face, typical evil guy where you just show merciless, just guns blazing and just does whatever he needs to do to get things done. So they made a really evil guy, and I loved it because it really made me feel like I need to stop this guy. This guy's nuts, right? So they did a well done job, and I was kind of like, oh, who the heck is Chloe Fraser? Like, where's Elena? What the heck? So of course, Naughty Dog did a really well done job. They didn't leave that piece out. They actually explained more of what happened.
Trust me.
So, but then they really made Zoe, or not, sorry, not Zoe, Chloe, really well done character development too, where you kind of started liking her instead of like, oh, she's just a replacement of Elena Fisher. But you know, in the new Tom Holland Uncharted movie, Elena's not in there, so I'm like, what the heck? But you know, Chloe's there, so nudge nudge. So hopefully they, you know, do a really well done job with that character development in that movie. But again, the story, never ending pace. Still maintaining the full explosion, still maintaining suspense, still maintaining the mystery, and still maintaining the interesting artifacts or the treasure that you as a player will find out in Uncharted 2 Among Thieves. It's a really good story on its own, and it's very different from the first one, I would say.
Dang. The whole like Elena's not here, but Chloe is, and it's like, what?
I know. I was like, oh, they rip off the new one, man. I'm like, what the heck?
All right, cool. That the fact that it's a continuation of the story, which is nice, and especially that you're also binging Uncharted right now is also like, that must be nice to like, oh, I know exactly where this is going.
Yeah,
it must be fun. Moving on to gameplay. So what are your thoughts on the gameplay mechanics? Have they improved?
Okay, so yes, Uncharted 2 definitely improved so much. It almost feels like it was a major upgrade from the first game. They definitely improved the game from prompting them to either click the button on the QuickTime event or button mashing the button. So they changed the icons and show how, like, very crystal clear, this is what you should be doing. So love it, they fixed that part. The puzzle in the games are more unique and they're adding more mechanics to it. So for example, there's swinging ropes where you have to rope swing back and forth, as well as climbing across to the other side of the building, similar to like Spider-Man, so like kind of crawling. So that's pretty cool. They also add many action scenes where they're very interactive during a mini cutscene. So it's not a full cutscene where you get to sit there and watch, but they kind of like at the black bar, like the top and bottom, but you're still moving around as the character, so it really makes it more immersive. And you notice it adds so many slow-mo effects. So for example, you're jumping across a building, they added like, you're ready to jump and they'll add like a slow-mo effect, like seeing that if you're gonna make it or not. And for some reason, they make it where it looks like you screwed up and you jumped too early, but in the end, they're like, just kidding, you made it to the end. So I love that kind of slow motion effect they add. And then as well, they add a little bit more quick time events. Makes it a little bit more immersive, while the first game was barely any quick time events. And if there was, it's kind of like a random cutscene kind of thing. So, but they did a really well done job. I noticed that one of the complaints I made from the first game where you kind of get lost and nothing really sticks out for you to say, hey, you can climb up here, or if it's just a background that it does nothing for you. But in this game, I noticed they did improve on making things more noticeable of what to do next after you get lost or anything. And then the hint buttons are still there, and still same thing. There's still moments of gameplay where I'm like, I still don't know where to go, and the hint is not helping me. So that's on me though. That's on me. That's based on my IQ. Again, the puzzles are more interesting. They definitely focus more on looking at your journals, and comparing to the first game where the journal is kind of like page 6 is the newest one. This is based on the puzzle you're working on. But I noticed in Uncharted 2, they actually make you flip back to the page to see if this connects to this and that. So it kind of gets you really thinking. So that's one thing I noticed. Well done job that Naughty Dog did, is making it more creative. Definitely with the melee, they definitely add more melee stuff into the game. So in the first game, I didn't really do much of punching. But in Uncharted 2, they really force you to be a bit more stealthier now. So there's one part of the game where you kind of feel like you're doing a heist, and they really emphasize you doing stealth kills instead of just running, gunning, and shooting. So it makes you feel like a ninja. And if you're an achievement chaser for those PlayStation rewards, their achievements say like a ninja. So definitely the game really makes you want to do stealth kills and more than running, gun blazing. So I thought that was really unique, and they did a well done job to really make it more intense, such as that. So. But otherwise, the gameplay content itself is so well-rounded. They added more guns. They added more different types of villains or minions come fight you. And it's not just like one guy with an AK-47 and that's it. They added many guys like the annoying part is these huge armor guys with a sub minigun. And I'm like, all I got is a pistol. Like, how am I supposed to kill this guy? So they really make it more challenging and fun by adding more different kinds of minions and such. So they did a really well done job in improving this game. Uncharted 2, yeah, very well done game. Major improvements for sure.
It sounds like from this, in terms of like story and gameplay, you have like a lot of Michael Bay moments.
Oh yeah, this is, if you're looking for a definition, Michael Bay, besides using his movie as a Uncharted 2. Actually, yeah, Uncharted 2. I haven't played 3 yet, but at this time of recording, but Uncharted 2 definitely is a great example of it.
Dang. And then you said there's like more stealth elements now, and then before you didn't really have to worry about stealth. So is that like can you at all go with stealth, or is that just more of like you have to do stealth here, or is it just kind of like if you do stealth it's kind of easier, or is it just like?
Good question to that. They made stealth as an optional now for every level. And I think they did a really well done job at the beginning of the tutorial, showing how stealth is very important in the game. And I do find myself kind of like running and gunning, which makes it really hard. Like, there's one part of the game where I got really angry and my wife was there and she's like, well, what the heck? Why is it so hard? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, there's still guys jumping behind you still, and the camera hasn't really fixed it and showing, hey, they're coming. They really make you have to do a 360 scope around your area just to make sure where they're coming. And they don't tell you usually when they tell you when the fight ends is when Nathan says something or when Chloe says something as a dialogue to show that, okay, it's over, kind of thing. So yeah, so they still haven't fixed that, but you know, that's when I realized I'm not using stealth. I should have been using stealth, kind of thing. So
Oh, okay, cool. At least it's still optional in a sense.
It's still optional, but like, oh man, there was a glitch. I swear, the glitch in this game I had was I know I'm going overhead here, but in this review, but this glitch I had was there was unlimited snipers and limited ammo, and I did not know why it took me an hour and a half to beat this level. I'm like, why is this taking so long? And then I realized when I ran into this hidden corner to hide, Nathan Drake will just vibrate back and forth, and then my game crashed. And I'm like, oh no. So thinking like, oh my gosh, I have to do all over this again. And then when I, started up the game and played it, it was like the easiest level. So I realized this was like one of the game glitch where, okay, it wasn't just me, it was just the game screwing around with me. So it is glitchy, but that was just a one-time thing. It's just a one-time thing. Oh, yeah.
Alrighty. Well then, so we know Drake's Fortune originally came out 2007, and this game originally came out 2009. And of course, you are playing this through the Nathan and Drake's collection, which is somewhat remastered to the extent. So, has the graphics, aside from being remastered, but is there also a big jump from graphics from 1 to 2?
Definitely there is more improvement in the graphics. Like, if you really want to go specific details, the hairline looks legit. And Holly black paste hairstyle, like just lines, but there's more textures to it, so I noticed. And this could be coming from like 2 years after the first game, and the technology improved itself. So with it definitely remastered, of course, it makes it a lot more cleaner and brighter and more colors. What I really like about the graphics of the game is that comparing the first one, it's just jungle, cave kind of thing, no one else. But not to spoil too much, but Uncharted 2 actually explores more around the world. And the way they explore around the world is really interesting, and it just feels more open world in a way, even though it's not really open world based game, it's very linear. But the game takes you to many different places and many different environments, really demonstrate how this game is so capable of going endless possibility with this game. So the graphics is amazing as well. Like, there's a city level, there's a jungle level, there's a cave level, there's architects, many more architects to deal with, and the architect itself is just super shiny. It's kind of like, yeah, that's real gold, that's real treasure. Like, I wanted that myself too. So the graphics themselves, it's definitely improved, but yeah, they definitely made more open base and more environments for players to really explore.
So then, what do you think of the cost of the game?
Cost of the game, so it's very same thing with Nathan Drake's collection. I'd say it's definitely worth the 3 games. But if for some reason Nathan Drake's collection doesn't exist, I would say at this time the game should be cheap. But for some reason, if someone's selling you or Amazon's selling you full price of the original game, I would say just hold it off. Wait till you get access to Nathan Drake's collection. I say it's definitely worth the price.
All right, worth it for Nathan Drake's collection for sure.
Yeah, and do it for Tom Holland.
Yeah, do it for Tom Holland. As of this recording, probably the video will release when the Uncharted movie's out, so which will be exciting, which is cool.
Oh yes.
Hopefully it's good. Let us know in the comments if it was good or not.
Yes, please. But don't spoil. Don't spoil.
Yes, don't spoil, please.
You spoil, I'll spoil something in this.
Anyways, so back to the review. What are your criticisms of this game?
Okay, so the criticism of the game is same thing. I still got lost a little bit, but again, they improved on that. So I just feel like I was too dumb or too tired because I was like binging the game, like long hours of gameplay. So it might have been just my brain just kind of shutting down. But again, there's moments where you may get lost. Actually, there's one moment I remember where my wife's like, "Hey, isn't that a rope?" I was like, "Oh shoot, you're right. It is rope." And then I climbed up and then I got out of it. So I spent 20 minutes running around in circles. I'm like, "Where did I go?" So yeah, so there's moments, but not as bad as the first one. So it didn't really ruin my gaming experience on that. The second criticism I had was I felt like the game may be a bit too challenging for normal difficulty, just because they added so many new minions and more waves. I'm assuming that's what Naughty Dog did, where more minions, more waves. I felt like normal might be difficult, but then again, I'm coming from a guy that likes to run and gun. It's probably my fault. I should have been using more stealth, but if you're a run and gun kind of guy, well, good luck. Of course, every good game has its cons, and there's still a lot of death scenes, so you're going to see a lot of ragdoll Nathan Drake on the ground or in the river and stuff. But then again, a lot of death means there's something missing or something you need to realize, and it still feels rewarding once you figure it out. So it's not a bad thing. It could be a good thing too. So totally up to you to decide. So and there's like glitches as mentioned in the last review. If you haven't watched, I mentioned there was a glitch in Uncharted 1 and Drake's Fortune, but there's still funny glitches. So one of them I mentioned, like unlimited snipers, totally horrible, not funny. But the funny one was sometime in the cutscene when, let's say for example, Nathan Drake will do a hero landing or something like that. For some reason, all the dead guys he shot, they just bounce up in the air as he land. So he's just like another ragdoll just flopping up in the air. So unfortunately, I missed the recording on that because right when the recording ended, it just happened right away. So I'm like, shoot, and it never happened again. So you just got to trust me and imagine it. Just imagine doing a hero landing and then all the dead guys that you shot, like all the guards, they just flop up in the air with their ragdoll. So again, funny glitches, but didn't really ruin the gaming experience for me. And the last one is sometimes the camera works against you where you're supposed to swing to a wall, but the camera doesn't follow. So for example, you're supposed to swing this way, right? But you would assume the camera will automatically fixate up to show where you're going to swing to. But in this case, it didn't show me, so I just kind of pressed X mindlessly, and I died instantly. And I'm like, what the heck? So I tried again, and well, the good thing is that the game is very, very polite in a way where it doesn't punish you too hard to restart. So I swing, and as I move the camera, because I thought about like, okay, what's on the other side? It's like a fiery thing. And I'm like, oh, that makes sense why I died instantly, because I ran into a firewall. So I'm like, okay, so just be aware. Always use that camera stick. Always use your camera stick around. But other than that, Uncharted 2 Among Thieves is yet another amazing game. It's a huge upgrade from the first game to making the gaming experience much more fun and more interactive. The story yet again expands more different places instead of a jungle and cave, and there's more epic action, explosive moments, and more quick time events relating to those cutscenes. The gameplay is more smooth and interactive with more interactive scenes as is needed to mechanics, so you can do more melee now. Sometimes melee does save you to get more ammo, and then as well as more guns to choose from. The graphics again has been amazing and has been improved since the first game, and it continues to be stunning and eye-gasming. So, as Worth It Friday, I give this game Uncharted 2 Among Theme as a rating of 9 out of 10. 9 Tom Hollands out of 10 Tom Hollands, as I would say. So, really good game.
Thanks, Tom Holland.
Thanks, Tom Holland. You're the best.
Pretty creepy, but say There. That do anything?
The water's going down. And I found the door it opened. We've done it.
Well, technically, I did it.
He's gonna be fine. Trust me.
Yeah, that is our review and that is our video. So if you guys like this video, give us a like. If you guys hit that subscribe button and hit that notification button to let us know we are doing something cool and fun, and you guys can see when we release our new videos as well. We also have a Facebook and Instagram account where we put either our text reviews or even some new shorts, as you have probably noticed by now. And so if you guys are enjoying that, let us know. And or of course follow those accounts to see really short videos of our reviews, and as well as more detailed text of reviews that me and David do together. And that's it. You guys have a great day. Stay safe out there. See you guys in the next video. Yeah.
Hopefully the movie was good.
Hopefully the movie's good.
Flashback.
That is David's review of Uncharted 2 Among Thieves.
Oh, you're about to say Honor Among Thieves, weren't you? I swear it was. I thought that was the title.